Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're just, well, at least in this video, we're just gonna have a cigar, and we're gonna have this one here. It's by Wrath, excuse me, Wrath, and I have no idea. I don't think I did a video on this. Let me see. I need my magnifying glass. I don't got my new glasses on. Yeah. So this is just. I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. I can't see with that because that's well. Oh yeah, poke your eye out there, Mike. Yeah, it just says Wrath, Wraith, Wrath. So anyway, this is what we're gonna smoke. It's Casper, and this is the only reason why I got it. I got it from tobaccopipes.com. Way back a while ago. I think just before, maybe August, September. I'm not sure. But we're gonna have a cigar, and we're gonna just chat about absolutely nothing, which is what we do well on this channel, or I should say I do well. Now, I've smoked a few of these. I don't know if I did a video while I was smoking this. I may have. It's been a while since I've done, well, I did a video earlier about my camera stuff. Hopefully that went well. Hopefully it didn't bore you that much. It was kind of weird and awkward because I was like, well, I want to explain why I'm getting back into photography, but at the same time, it's kind of boring, and I was kind of all over the place like I usually am anyway, so hey. This is a really good cigar. It's kind of got a spicy note to it. I think I did a video talking about this, so I'm not going to do a review. This is just me having a cigar, just chatting with you fine folks. Hopefully you guys are relaxing with me, having a pipe or a cigar. Ooh, swallowed wrong. It's got a hint of a, I don't want to call it a sweetness, but it's good. I have to say, maybe I'll do a review on it someday. I have a humidor, one of the refrigerator ones there, a winador, is that what they call it? I can't remember what the hell they call it. And I've had it for about a year and a half, 2 years, and it's doing a fantastic job keeping my cigars perfect. I made a mistake, though. I wanted to get the one with a heater because I have it downstairs in my basement, and there's no heat in my basement. And if you noticed in my last video, you'll see there was a heater, a space heater, which I don't use anymore. I use that every now and then, just to, it's really cold. Like we're down into like the 5 degrees or below. I kind of do 2 space heaters down there. The piping is all there. I just got to get it hooked up because I'm lazy. But you know, it's worked for now, type of thing. But I wanted to get the heating element because I was going to keep it down there. It's like the perfect temperature for cigars. It's usually on a cold day, like say 40, 35, even 25, it stays about 56 degrees down there. And it's a pretty good temperature, 56, 57, 59 kind of. And I keep the little heat going on. So it's around 60 usually, even keel. It's just perfect for it. And it's not directly where the heat is, so it's off into its own corner, and it just stays fine. Not that you guys care about any of this. But I remember before I got this humidor, I had like a jar, like an acrylic jar I kept things in. I put through a Bovida pack. Yeah, Bovida. Did I say that right? My God, I'm tripping over my words. And that would work okay. And I even had when I first started, I had one of those humidor boxes, which is now good for throwing things in that, you know, I should probably use it for my Polaroids now that I think about it. But they burn so much better now because they're that was the point. They're not dried out or anything like that. They're perfect, so to speak. But hopefully you guys like the photography At least you may not like my last video, but at least I hope you're interested in my photo adventures that are coming up. I look forward to doing that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. I have my Insta360 camera, which I was using for my BMX stuff, which I will bring to the channel once I figure out my knee. I get physical therapy to go to, and hopefully that works out, and especially with my knees, which have been all right till the past week when I went to the skin doctor. I had a cyst removed from my forehead, not my forehead, but my side hair, and this is the first time I get to wear a hat in like a week. And I got 2 more at the top that they got to take out. But going up the stairs was fine. I take the stairs. I usually don't take an elevator. But going down, I hurt my knee right over here. I don't know. It started acting up again. And I'm like, oh, crap. Here we go. I was just feeling good. I was going to maybe do a bike video soon because the spring weather's coming. I don't think that's going to happen. The interesting thing is when I had my knees x-rayed and whatever they did, the doctor said, oh, no, your knees are fine. I'm like, that ain't true. So I think it's something to do with a ligament or a muscle or something. We'll find out anyway. More to come. So unfortunately, I can't do my BMX stuff just quite yet, which will be fun. Because, again, all that stuff is about fun, like the BMX stuff, hitting that nostalgic high that I'm chasing, and even photography as well. It'll be fun. Me walking around, probably... I don't know, probably downtown Providence, maybe Newport, different parts. I remember a while back in the 90s when I was really into it, going to Wickford Village. That was fun. Interesting stuff there. But I don't know if I'm going to use the 360 camera or if I'm going to get one of the... I'm not sure I'm going to do it because if I have... There's the Insta360... it's like that pod camera. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it's like the something S or R or whatever it is. It's a little thing that pops out of the little... It's great, but the problem is audio-wise, I don't know if it'll work for me. Because I can't hook up like this lav mic or my other mics that I have. So I might not do that. I may steal my daughter's Osmo Pocket 3. I may steal that, because why not? Because I think I want to do night photography. Street night photography. So that would probably be better at night. Because the little pod, not the best at night, but if the audio is okay, you can kind of put up with subpar audio, video, as long as the audio is good. And I don't know if that's going to be a good combination. But I like the point of view, the way you can do that with that camera. It offers a lot of potential, and you guys can come along with... I don't know, I might do multiple things. Who the hell knows? But we're a long ways there from getting there, so... See, it's burning pretty good. It's almost all even. Usually I have, you can see it right here, is that little bit of a bump where I'm kind of, it's not that even, which kind of annoys me. That's kind of a thing with me. I don't know why. But, you know, now that I'm smoking this, I got to get myself some nubs, because that's my favorite cigar, the nub cigars. Because they burn that ash, just, it looks so good. I got to get some. I might do that after this. Now, I know at the beginning of the year, I was pretty gung-ho on making videos like almost, I wouldn't say daily, but weekly. I'm still trying to get out of that winter doldrums, which is not easy. I'm still dealing with that. Like with the photography stuff, I had a few times where I went out and shot stuff. Of course, the weather doesn't help. It's been icy cold and mostly windy around here. And I can't fucking stand the wind, excuse my French, but it's just so windy and cold on top of that. It's just like going out and shooting film is not so fun, or taking pictures, I should say. And even going for my walks that I normally do, I've been so meh. So I'm hoping, you know, the weather's nicer today. It's in the 50s. Of course, it's rainy, because why not? I'm hoping I can get out of the doldrums and kind of get back to my mojo, if you will. But I haven't been, like, I got all these creative ideas here and thoughts and things I want to do, but executing them, I have no energy to do that. I don't know. Part of it's my job. I go in, put up with a bunch of chaos, come home, and the last thing I want to do is anything. So I'm trying to work through that. And hopefully with the daylight savings or whatever we call it, going forward with the clocks, hopefully that, makes me want to do things after work. I hope. If not, I might actually have to go see someone and talk about what the heck's going on in the head, but we should be fine. We should be fine. I don't know if it's like a midlife crisis with me. Like I'm in this like now I've never been one that's nostalgic, so to speak, growing up or whatever. I always thought like when I was a kid, like progress, go forward. Like for an example, like I had the NES, then I had my Sega Genesis. I love that system. Then the Sega CD. Like I'm always going like, all right, let's go forward. Don't go back, kind of thing. Like I wasn't into that. Even in my 20s and 30s, not so much. Even at 45, I wasn't. But now at like 48, something, even 47, when I go back into the bike stuff, the BMX stuff, it's not that I want to go back to that or relive all that. It's just, I don't know. It's just this weird, like, nostalgic thing. Because I'm also excited about the things going forward, too, like with robotics and AI and all this stuff. And I know some people get queasy about all that, and I don't blame you. I'm a little apprehensive myself. But just because I kind of look at life in an observer's kind of perspective now, at my age, in my middle age here, where I'm glad I'm alive to see and witness all these crazy historical events. In a sense, if you take out the drama, so to speak, if you're just observing and looking at all the things that are going on, not even the bad things, but even the potential for the future things, because I like to stay positive. I don't want to. I've spent a lot of time in my life thinking about the bad stuff and negative stuff. That I'm more, as I get older, I'm more being positive. But I'm in this weird nostalgic kind of bubble thing where I'm like, I think in a sense it's because, and I've gotten into analog things. Like I don't know if I have it here. Yeah. Like I got my notebook here that I travel around with, right here. I write all my notes. It's like a little field notes and stuff. And I even got the fancy, multicolored pen like we had in junior high and in grade school. But even the camera that I just got, the Fuji X5, has dials on it that are very reminiscent of film cameras from the old days. Getting into Polaroid, same thing. I don't know. It's not that I'm like pining for the past or anything like that, or I want to go back to the past. It's just, I don't know. I think because in my mind, I know the ways I grew up with, you grew up with, even my daughter to an extent, who's going to be 14, the things that she experienced growing up, they're all going to change in the next decade. And I don't even think we can comprehend all the stuff that's going to happen. And I think I'm kind of like holding on to that last analog stuff in my mind, maybe. So I don't know. Could be that. I'm not sure. It's just a weird thing going on in my head, and I can't quite pin it out or figure it out. Not a bad thing. It's not like depression or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. It's like being an observer, and you're like, I remember all this stuff. I see where we are now, and I see where it's going in the future, and kind of like, you're kind of gonna, kind of miss like that. I like the mending of both in a sense. Like with my camera as an example. I keep talking about my camera. You guys are going to get sick of the camera stuff. The dials and stuff, it's very retro, so to speak, but it's got all the modern digital stuff in it. Like I like the blending. And same thing with my Polaroid. Same thing, kind of like new and old mixed together. I like when we do that. If it's done right. Usually it is, I think. Could be why I like pipes as well. That's very old school, and it's dying out too. That's the sad part. I don't think, as I've said before, this is an amazing time because we had all these blends. Now you got one conglomerate swallowing up all the other companies that blend, and soon with regulations and everything, there might not be much of any left. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to survive too much longer into the 21st century. But as long as we keep smoking them and doing it, I guess it'll survive to an extent. I hope, at least. Oh, look at that. That's damn good ash right there. I think it's going to fall off, though, which will make me sad. This one goes pretty far, though, I got to admit. The last few I had, I think it came to about, I had to guess about there, and then I kind of knocked it off. Hey, I got a ring. Look at that. I don't know if you guys could see that. I think that's the first ring I had. I'm not good at doing the rings. What else? Now, podcast-wise, I've been thinking of doing the New Bedford Highway Killer podcast. Not sure how I'm going to do that. That's been the biggest hurdle for me, is kind of figuring that out. But I might do a general, Mike Rondo kind of podcast thing. I don't know how I'm going to do that because, and I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Rogan. And I know probably a lot of you are, but I'm not. Some stuff he's got is pretty cool, but the format I love. I've always admired his format and what he does. Because as a podcaster myself, I admired what he's accomplished that way. But as far as what he talks about, most of it doesn't interest me. Sometimes it does, but sometimes no. But in that sense, I do have a very things that I'm interested in, would want to talk about, like all over the map, like him kind of thing, because I'm curious about the world, as I'm sure all of you are. But I don't want to do the Joe Rogan experience kind of thing. Like I don't want to do that. Like I'm not big in copying others and such. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, how I would go about it. Like 1 minute I could talk about cigars. Next I could talk about BMX. Another time I could talk about a book, space, politics. Like I could be all over the map, as we all are, right? Because we're not one-dimensional human beings. We're all over the place. Like this is what drives me nuts with some stuff I see online, is like people make one thing their whole personality, and that's not what we are. You're not even that. You know what I mean? Like especially that drives me nuts is, and I'm not picking on anyone specific, but like around here, like you go on TikTok, you see a lot of people accentuate the New England way of life or the accent of things, and it's funny, it's charming and stuff, but that's not exactly how it is. I get it. It sells well for people out in Missouri or in Texas or California or whatever. It's just like me seeing someone exaggerate the California way of life, so to speak, or Texas or Florida or some, Florida man. I know that's not exactly, well, maybe it is in Florida. I don't know. But stuff like that, they make it their whole personality kind of thing, even though they're not. Also with the Gen X stuff that you see online, all this like they make that whole thing about Gen X or whatever. It's like, all right, yeah, cool. I'm Gen X too, but come on. You got other things going on in your life there. I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe maybe at 48 I'm turning into a grumpy old man. Darn, I was going to show you guys. Or maybe I can show you here. When it comes out, the smoke comes out fast. I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty cool. There's a nice little spicy note. Like it's a subtle spicy note. I like that. So we'll see. There's going to be an interesting year. I'm starting slow with my content. I'm not really pumping videos out like I thought again. But so things are going to be different. I'm still going to have my pipe stuff. And I don't know why I keep mentioning this. This is going to drive you guys nuts. I probably shouldn't even release this video because this is probably awful too. But you're still going to see that. I don't know if I'm going to do like reviews like I did in the past. And I know you guys... A lot of you have reached out and said you like it because it's just honest and it's just me saying I like it or don't like it. but that can kind of get boring. If I got to be honest, it's kind of not that much of a challenge. Maybe because I've done it so long, so I haven't done it in a while. So maybe if I do it every so often, but I'm thinking most of the videos will be like this today, smoking a cigar in this particular one, but the next one I'll be smoking a pipe and having the tobacco, kind of talk about it, but other things as I go about smoking. Just so you guys are like chilling with me, having a pipe or a cigar, and just shooting the shit, so to speak. If you've made it this far in the video, I thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you can, emoji, just so I know you made it this far. Also, I think someone asked me, I haven't got back to them in the comment. I meant to get back to them, but I forgot all about it. I'll have to check my comments. Maybe I'll get back to them. I might have gotten back to them, but everyone asks me, this is like my most popular question, is this lighter here. And this lighter here, which I love, this is a great lighter. Probably the best pipe smoking lighter I got. Of course, it's got its little tools as well here. As you can see, the tamper, scraper thingy, or whatever you call it. I get this. This is called the Lotus, I believe it is. I don't know. Yeah, it's got the Lotus right here. I'll show you the little. I think you guys can see that. I don't know because I'm blind. I should have worn my prescription glasses for this. TobaccoPipes.com. It's about $40. Well worth it. I mean, I love my Zippos, but they don't hold up so well with that insert, the pipe insert. Of course, this is a blowtorch. I've had the Dism, whatever that was. I love that, but it gets clogged up the way that design is. But that could be user error. But I've had about 5 of those things fail on me. After 8 months to a year, it just craps the bed. So this right here, well worth it. I know there's other lighters out there that are awesome, but this one, by far my favorite, and will always be my favorite. I should probably get a backup, to be honest. That's another thing I might do. That's the other thing speaking of my glasses. So I got my prescriptions, and they're for distance. So when I went and got my eyes done, she said, well, you got great vision. It's 20/20. The problem is your muscles, for all those years trying to compensate, are shot. So you can't see anything far away that it's fuzzy. I can see it, but it's not detailed. So I got the distance for glasses, right? And she's like, well, you can still use your readers, you know, the cheapo Amazon. These are like really dad glass. Look at that. Look at that wood grain-ish looking thing on the side. These are like the dad. That's why they're out in the shed, because this is proper shed glassware I wear out here, as well as the magnifying glass, of course. But so she's like, well, you can get your readers and everything. And I'm like, all right, because I'm thinking at work where my computer is. I thought it was just far enough away where it would work. But now I've made a few mistakes at work because I'm kind of still. It's like I needed the progressives, like so I have the bifocal and I can see both. I screwed that one up. So she's like, "Well, you've never had experience with the progressives, so you should be fine. You can just put, you know." But then I'm like doing this, doing that with the glasses. I can't be doing that. I'll drive myself absolutely bonkers. So I think I got to get that changed. Lesson learned. So if you're like me, and you were younger, you had glasses, and you hated wearing them because people picked on you, or you felt like a weirdo, even more than you normally were, feeling about being a weirdo, and you didn't wear them, and the doctor told you, oh, you're going to need them someday because your eyes aren't going to last that long. And then you, being a cocky SOB back in the day, your eyes were fine till you're about 45-ish, and, you know, then you go to the doctor, she tells, oh yeah, your eyes, they compensated, and the muscles in them are weak now. So I kind of owe that old doctor, the optometrist, an apology, I guess. So not that I know who he was back in the day. I was like 5 or 6. Ah, it's the end. It's the end of that. I'll get another ring. I don't know if these are available still. If they are, I might buy another, pack of them or whatever it is, 6-pack, whatever, five cigar, whatever it is. I should just buy a bundle. Thank you. I should buy a bundle of them because I really enjoy these. These aren't bad. The only problem is I'm going to have to take a shower after this and brush my teeth like a madman because there is an aftertaste and there is an after smell. Although it's not too bad in here because I think the shed is pretty airy today. I can feel a little bit of a chill, 54 degrees. But it's not bad. I didn't put the heat on. I don't need the heat today. Let's see if I come out here. Let's see if I come out here. Well, it's not bad. Saturday is 40 degrees basically. 44 Sunday, 49, 57, 62 Wednesday. 57, 40. Oh yeah, spring is here. I don't care. I know everyone says, "Oh, it's false spring." No, spring's here. There's a cardinal in my yard that's been chirping for like a week and a half. It's over, folks. In Rhode Island, it's over. Thankfully, although we're supposed to get a crazy windstorm today, so I got to pack up some stuff. I got to drain the pool, get that all worked out, and because these things have been blowing around this yard. I forgot I had them. They were all blowing around. I'm like, I probably lost some stuff in the yard that I don't even know about. But the wind this year was bad, and I'm not a big fan of the wind in the winter. Summer I can deal with it, but not in the winter because it just drops that temperature even colder. And we've had cold temps. Not bad, not like Minnesota -6 or Fairbanks, Alaska -30 type of stuff. But from Rhode Island, stuck it in the 20s, and then you add the wind chill. It gets a little much for us. I mean, we're hardy people, but not that hardy. Anyway, thanks for chatting with me or hanging out with me. This has been a long video. Again, do the thumbs up so I know you made it through here. And I appreciate you guys for listening to me ramble about absolutely nonsense. As always, I appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.